an opera about the Holocaust is something that resonates with me very strongly, but not perhaps for obvious reasons. I'm actually very cynical about works of art inspired by the Holocaust. It seems to me that most of them are sentimental, melodramatic, simplistic. Most of them don't begin to try to understand the vast complexity of this subject. The Passenger seems to me to be one of the rare exceptions. And it was really with that in mind that I came away from the performances of it that I saw in Bregenz that summer in 2010 thinking, this is an extraordinary piece. I really want to try to champion it. While I was still General Director in Houston, I planned for it to come to Houston, where it had its US premiere in January of this year. So I was already happily established here in Chicago, and the piece happened in Houston after I left. Another project that I had started when I was still in Houston was to take The Passenger to Lincoln Center Festival, where it went in July of this year. It played at the Park Avenue Armory in New York. And so when The Passenger arrives in Chicago in February of next year as the final opera of Lyric's current season, it will have established itself significantly in the United States. Having had its world-staged premiere in Bregenz in 2010, it has then since been seen in Madrid, in Warsaw, in London, in a couple of cities in Germany, and there are plans for it to be seen in many other operatic centers. So I must say I believe that it deserves the exposure it has had. In many cases, when an unknown opera is encountered for the first time, you discover upon encountering it why it was unknown. In the case of The Passenger, I believe that actually it has been unjustly neglected and absolutely deserves to take its place as a major 20th century masterpiece.